That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Look at her. Look at her. Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back on the one for you. And guys, I want to say happy Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day, you know? Because there's one group of people that have my utmost respect. It's the men who serve in our armed forces. Right? Guys, all you guys know that your service is appreciated. We thank you guys for protecting our freedoms. Right? And guys, we know that you guys certainly aren't paid enough. You haven't been appreciated enough by all these woke college students and knuckleheads. But all of us red pill guys, we appreciate you guys' service. Now guys, we can all agree that about the last 10, 15 years with all this DEI and affirmative action and all this foolishness, right? They have drawn the focus away from creating an effective and deadly military to all this. Then all this
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Clown world. And guys, the dumbest thing these knuckleheads did was start allowing all these 304s in the military. Right? So guys, we're going to go to the dumpster fire known as TikTok and look at a bunch of clips that shows just how big of a mistake that letting these 304s into the military is. But before we do that, guys, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Share the video. Guys, I have a second channel called 50304s. That's linked in the description. I have a Discord, guys. Check that out. Check out the playlist at the end. Guys, I'm offering memberships now, so hit the join button or the link in the description. Thanks to all you guys that are already members. I really, really appreciate that. And guys, let's just break out the race card because we are going to need this. Let's just break this out. Let's go.
6 things they don't tell you about basic training. You don't do shit. And when you are doing shit, you're not doing shit. You're not. No PT in the mornings. When you go to the gun range, guess what? You're going to shoot for 30 seconds, and then you're going to sit there all day for 10 hours and look in the fucking sky, and you better hope and pray you don't fall asleep.
Another thing is, I didn't know I was going to shit the way I do. Every chance I get, I'm in that bathroom. And I ain't gonna lie, I love shitting. It gives me time to think. But damn, I don't remember the last time I pissed.
You are going to eat. And if you think you're not gonna eat, you're gonna get fucked up for not eating. Because their sole purpose is to make your back big so that they can talk shit about how big your back is.
Now, I knew we was gonna get smoked, but I didn't know my arms was gonna be like Serena Williams. I'd have been in a pro position for like hours. And when I get in that dress, yeah, I'm finna look like Hope. So get ready for your guns, cause shit.
The first 72 hours are bullshit. But after the 72 hours, it's kind of fun. Low key, I'm not gonna lie. I had a good time a little bit.
I didn't know that sometimes your battle buddy's draws is gonna be tangy. And you, listen, when they tell you, them laundry rooms, they work. I promise, they work. Make sure you put them in the dryer. Make sure they fully dry. The rules still apply the way they did at home. No crunchy draws, no tangy draws. Wash them because I think I done smelt the worst of the worst.
They don't wash their ass.
Look at that, guys. Right? Talk about how easy boot camp was or how bored they were in boot camp. Right, guys? It's funny, I've never heard a guy say that they were sitting around doing nothing in boot camp. Right, guys? And guys, why would they put this on the internet?
You stupid woman!
Look at that. Why? Why? And guys, they're getting paid the same as the men. They're getting paid the same as the men. Instead that they sit around for hours not doing a goddamn thing. Look at that. Guys, how angry does this make you? These two dunderheads, right?
I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck, that's what's about to get increased.
Guys, does anyone still think having these knuckleheads in the military is a good plan? Look at this, guys. Check out these comments here. Someone says, this chick. So the shooting for 30 seconds and just sitting for 10 hours is so real. Look at that. Someone says, at Fort Jackson, this was the first 10 weeks of our lives. Well, we didn't learn ish there. Look at that. Look at that, guys. All these chicks all saying they didn't do a goddamn thing in the military, and they're getting paid. They're getting paid, guys. Someone says the Army really has changed. In 2001, we were busy as heck, nonstop. Yeah, it has changed. This DEI foolishness, right, guys? Look at that, guys. Absolutely insane. Clown world. All right, guys. Now, I think this chick is doing like MP training, right? And this is where you get the pepper spray, and then you have to like protect your weapon and protect yourself, you know? As I had a job back in the day where we had to do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you what the job was, but yeah, guys. Here, let's just check out how effective and deadly this female service member is, all right? Here we go.
Open your eyes. Blink. All right, first station. All time let's go. Come on.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on.
There it is. Yes.
Come on. Over here. Your left.
Look at her. Look at her.
Let's go.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Let's go. Come on.
She had to stop and take a second.
I can't hear. After you get done, you're gonna be there. Open your eyes.
She said, I can't hear.
Hear me? You can hear me. Come on. Right here. Let's go. Right here.
Ah, fuck!
Come on. Go. Come on.
Please.
Right in front of you. 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 Listen to Che. Listen to Che. Right in front of you. Listen to Che. Mach 1 and 2. Mach 1 and 2. There we go. There you go. There we go. There we go. All right, follow us down on the voice. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. There we go. Here's the baton. What do you gotta do?
You're back! You're back! You're back! You're back! You're back! You're
All right,
back!
let's go. Next drill. Next drill. Come on. Follow over here. Over here. Weapon retention to the ground.
Get off my weapon!
Tap rack. Let's go. Next drill. Come on. Follow us down on my voice. Right here. Right here. What is it? Gotta go. What do you do? Gotta go.
Guys, she passed. Can you believe that? Guys, if anyone... And look at this guy's trying to not laugh, you know, but guys, this person's in the military. This person's getting paid as much as the other guys of her same rank. Look at that, guys. Guys, if you think this proves anything at all,
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
look at that. Guys, this has to be the most pathetic thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at that, guys. This is what I'm talking about. This is this DEI military. Guys, look at all these guys going, yeah! And look at all these knuckleheads in the comments. Why am I crying? I'm so proud of her.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
That baton swing seemed personal. Look at that. She can aim. Eyes closed. She can aim. I feel her pain. Please. Guys, what is it? Guys, the only thing worse than the ponytail patrol is the ponytail patrol in the military. Look at that, guys. She had to stop, said she couldn't hear. Guys, can you imagine? All you guys that are listening to this right now, I want you to stop and close your eyes. And imagine that you're surrounded by the enemy and this knucklehead here is the only person you have to rely on, right? You'd be cooked. Cooked! Look at... I just got tears in my eyes. Go, girl! That girl's a straight badass, please!
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
What a joke! Got into the military, not having to do the same standards. And then, guys, this is how they do their jobs and get their ranks. Come on, man. Come on. This is what's happening now, guys. Clown world. Look at that. Guys, apparently This is a woman, apparently.
I'm not here to talk about my transition. I'm here to kick some f***ing ass.
Hardest lessons for me as a woman in the military is actually something that a lot of people don't talk about. It's not talked about here on social media. It's not talked about in the formations. It's just kind of swept under the rug. So we're going to talk about it today really quickly. The thing that's not talked about that not only affects me being a woman in the military, 10 years in service, specialty trained, expert, professional, probably to a fault. And this thing affects me too. It affects most women. I hate to say like all, but definitely most. That there are people out here who will underestimate soldiers. They could be highly qualified, specialty trained. They can be an expert and a professional. They can be in the best shape of their life. They can get there first and leave last. They can go to all the military schools, have all the badges. They can really do all the things as a soldier. But because they are a woman, they are not looked at as competition. Listen, sis, it's not right, but it's the reality of the situation. Use it. Use it to your advantage. Because a lot of times what happens, what I found has happened is I know people underestimate me. Listen, but you know what I'll do? I'll go to the schools. I'll go to civilian school. I'll continue to build my resume. I continue to show up and work the way that I work. And then when you're number one, or you get MQ, or you have awards and things that people in your formation don't have, they're looking like, how did this happen? You're the one who didn't see me as competition. That was a you problem. So what I'm saying is show up, be the best soldier, learn your job, be the subject matter expert. Let people underestimate you. Let them get off of their guard. Let them get off of their game. And honestly, after being at a unit for a while and building trust, if there's people that you trust, and granted, I will always feel like this is a bias, especially in the medical community. A lot of medics just go straight to infantry world. They've never worked with girls. Yes, there's girls in the infantry world now, but it's just still like weaning in. Have a conversation that is not one that is confrontational, but is one that is helping someone be self-aware. If there's, a battle buddy that you feel like does this that might not know, bring their awareness up. Let them know. But don't let it be a sore spot. Let them underestimate you. It's fine. And then continue to outshine them. Because listen, yes. So one of the hard...
Look at that, guys, right? Everyone underestimates me! Whining, moaning, and complaining as usual. Guys, you still think that these 304s being in the military is a good plan? Right? And guys, they underestimate you because guys know that you didn't have to meet the same standards to get in the military in the first place. What are you talking about? You aren't just as qualified. You can't do the pull-ups and the runs and the push-ups that the men can, and you're getting paid the same. You're getting access to all the same ranks, all the same training, and you're not as qualified. Stupid. This is a war-fighting organization, and you cannot fight the war as well as the men. And you think you're equally qualified?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Clown world! Guys, what is going on? Do you guys see this? This knucklehead should be thanking her lucky stars that she's managed to get this far in a military organization, having to not do the same things as the men and then gonna whine and moan. Look at that. Guys, here's a first comment. I honestly believe that women in combat arms have higher levels of depression and anxiety, as there are still very few women in senior leadership. Gee, maybe it's because you don't belong there in the first place. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Absolutely insane, guys. Always finding reasons to whine and moan and complain. Clown world.
The question I get asked all the time is, what's it like being a female in the military? And more specifically, what's it like being a female in the Marine Corps? Now I'm gonna keep it super, super short and simple, straight to the point, because I can go forever about it. But really, I never know how to answer these questions because it's all about your mentality, how you hold yourself, how you present yourself, and then like how you show for your work ethic. And the last one, the one that people could probably hate on me for or whatever they could be, but I'm saying it to like how I would say it to my little sister. Like if my little sister would have joined, I give her advice, it'd be don't add to the stereotype. You did not join to mingle, you did not join to flirt, you did not join to whatever the case may be. You joined for a reason. You enlisted for a reason. Now stick to it. Stick to your goals, stick to your future. Focus on yourself. Your character too, because you gotta be, like for me, for example, like I have to have like a strong character in order for me to not get walked over and not let people think that I don't know my job. Is obviously I show up for my job and I do what I gotta do. And character wise, like I set things straight. I am very direct, very to the point. Now, what do you need? What do you want? Cool, here, if I can help, here. If I can't, all right, cool. Like, let me assist you to the other direction. Like, that's it. Now, I'm gonna end it with this. Every female goes through their own different experiences. We all work in different environments. So just keep pushing forward. Do what you gotta do. Keep your mind straight. Focus on yourself.
So there you go, guys. She said, please, you knuckleheaded broads, please, please, please don't add to the stereotype. Guys, the stereotype's there for a reason, and she just admitted that there's girls that are in the military that are out there. We all know what they're doing, right, guys?
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside home.
You know what I'm saying? They're at the base letting Lieutenant Chad, Colonel Tyrone, right? Private Nug Nug. Shoot up the club, right? And then the moment that they have to deploy, they get pregnant, right, guys? And I know. Some people out there, but AJ, man, you have to respect these chicks because they're actually trying to risk their lives. Come on.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
One-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Please. Look at that. This person says, very much, don't add to the stereotype. Yeah. Look at that, man. Look at that. Clown world. Guys, I don't even know why I even put the race card away, because we're going to need it a lot, right? Guys, it says, yes, I am that officer getting kicked out of the Army. Because look at this, right? And of course, it's a B-dub, Look at that, guys. Are you surprised? This B-dub joins the military. She's an officer, and she's still in the streets.
The streets! I'm a bitch from the streets! I get that money! I get that money! Bitch, give me what you got!
My actions are unbecoming of an officer. So I was minding my own business, as I normally do, and this captain comes up to me. So he says to me, hey, I saw your video on social media. Yes, sir. Your actions are unbecoming of an officer. I said, okay. It's like a certain type. That always comes from me, right? But they don't come prepared, and that's what gets me. They don't come prepared for my response. I'll take criticism. I am not above that. Like, listen, if I can improve myself, then I'll improve myself. I will acknowledge it, and I'll make corrections. And I think also too that they confuse like this skin routine, right? Like, yes, I know my skin is skinning, but I'm grown. Do you understand? Like, and I make time. Sir, respectfully, take a seat. Take a knee. I'm becoming an officer. I feel like, you know how like people hear things said a bunch of times and they hear it enough and it becomes like a part of their vocabulary and they just say it without really knowing what that means. I think that's one of those, right? What actions do you mean exactly? So he says, you posting and sharing your story on social media. Exact words. I said, so what's unbecoming of that? Me posting my story? Me posting about what's going on in my life? well, you know, you're sharing this stuff. Now, this is where I got him. Because then when you start stumbling over your words, you start stumbling stuff. Oh my God, it's like my senses just heighten because I want to come for you. That assures me that you don't know what you're talking about. And you just talking just to be talking. What actions do you mean exactly? I said, do you mean the action of me coming forward to my chain of command seeking help? Or do you mean the act of reporting another officer for assault? Or maybe doing what we tell each and every soldier to do every day? That one? Is that one? No, not that one. Is it voicing the injustices that I'm facing? Or maybe it's using my voice to bring awareness to an issue that we have? Or maybe, you know what? It's me advocating for myself, huh? That action. Those actions? Okay, got it. Those actions. Understood. If you're not gonna walk in my shoes, please do not tell me how to type in.
Guys.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Guys, we recently talked about black fatigue, right? Guys, I imagine the military guys have so much black fatigue because of these B-dubs. Listen to the mouth on this broad. You're in the military, you moron! How are they so stupid, you moron?
You stupid woman!
What are you talking about? And guys, you're in the military. You're putting all your business on TikTok. Why? And they're gonna argue with her commanding officer. And then have this victimhood. Oh, I'm reporting the abuse. What are you talking about? Guys, this only happens when you let these knuckleheads into the military. Absolutely insane. Guys, does this look like this knucklehead is making the army more effective and more deadly? No. What an absolute mess. Look at that. I'm a victim, yeah!
He died! That's how you guys did! That's how he died! Juneteenth!
Please! Absolute dunderhead. Listen to the mouth on this shit.
Would you shut your mouth? I'm tired of hearing it!
Absolute disgrace. Clown world.
So I'm not a recruiter or anything, but a lot of y'all ask me questions on here, and it's a lot of people that want to join the military. So, y'all make me feel like my opinion is slightly a little bit valid. So, I'm gonna tell y'all 3 things that I think are helpful when deciding to join the military. 3 things that usually relate to most freaking people. Number 1, boot camp. If that's the only reason you're not sending it on joining the military because you're scared of boot camp, please, get that thought out of your head and just send it, okay? Because boot camp is the least of your worries. I know it make you think like boot camp is the worst experience ever, and for some other branches it might be hard, but for the Air Force specifically, it's a piece of cake, okay? Boot camp is meant to transition you from a civilian into a military member. So even though you get there on day 1 and you don't have your shit together, by the last day you are gonna have your shit together. That's the whole point of boot camp. Not to break you, not to make you scared of the military. It's just to transition you into the military. So, don't let boot camp hold you back. Number 2, which is going to be proof that I'm not a recruiter, because I'm going to tell you the complete opposite of what a recruiter is trying to tell you. Do not, for any reason, sign a 6-year contract. Please. Like, I know when you talk to a recruiter, they're going to hype it up and they're like, oh, yay, you can come in as E3 instead of E2. Like, you want to sign 6 years instead of 4. I promise you, you do not want to sign 6 years instead of 4. Because 9 times out of 10, you are going to regret that decision. I signed a 4-year contract. I came in as an E2, Airman Basic, no stripes on my uniform. And then 3 years down the line, I was making E4, E5 with everybody that joined as an E3. The only difference, though, is at that 3-year mark, I could get out if I wanted to get out. They could not get out. They still have to wait 2-3 years before they can even think about getting out. And most of the time, the people that sign a 6-year contract, they're the first ones getting the fuck out. So do not fall for that 6-year crap. Sign a 4-year contract and you will thank me later. And last, but certainly not least, if the only thing holding you back from joining the military is the fact that you don't want to leave your little hometown, you're scared to leave home, throw that out of your head. I promise you, leaving home is going to be the best thing you've ever done. okay? I love my hometown. I'm a Cali girl, okay? I love the beach. I love the weather. I love being home. And I was fortunate enough to get a base close to home. But right now, I will go as far away from home as possible because there's so much more out there in the world. But forget about your hometown. It'll still be there when you get back from the military, I promise you. It'll still be there. Everybody you know, still won't be there. You'll be fine. They're gonna be fine without you. Just do it. Send it.
There you go, guys. See? And this is supposed to be her talking positively about the military. Look at that, guys. And you guys notice how these 304s, how their mindset is knowing that they'll never, ever have to go into combat, right? Guys, she thought that she dropped some truth bombs there. She thought that she dropped some knowledge, you know? As a man, guys, never, ever listen to what any woman has to say about being in the military. Well, guys, don't listen to anything that a woman says about anything, period. Look at that, man. Look at that. All these chicks. So the one thing holding me back is that I don't want to lose time with my family. Guys, a lot of guys I know, they were done career, but they actually got injured. You know what I'm saying? And this shows men versus women's commitment, right? Look at that. Absolutely insane. Guys, you know, how do you feel? Do you think that this knucklehead makes our military more deadly and effective? Hell no. Clown world.
Changed its dress and appearance regulation again. Not even a year later, bro, the entire section about nail polish colors that women could and couldn't wear in uniform is gone. It's gone. That entire beautiful chart, let me show you. All of these options were authorized back in February of 2024. Look at that. And now, the new Chief of Staff of the Air Force came out with a memo that's everywhere on the internet now. Nail polish. When in uniform, nail polish will be clear, French, or American manicure. 3 options. No matter what's your skin tone, 3 options. On the couple of forums that I've seen people talk about this so far, you know, like the Reddit, the Airman NCO and Senior NCO Facebook page, people are not happy. They think that the priorities are a little bit skewed right now and that nail polish is really not that serious and that there's a lot of other things that should be focused on when it comes to military readiness and recruiting and general well-being for people in the military. But that's just what other people are saying. What are y'all's thoughts? The Air
Guys, she must have read our comments, right? Guys, this shows how easy these 304s have it in the military. Beta female! Whining about the fact that she can't wear nail polish.
You stupid woman!
Look at that, guys. Look at that. What an absolute joke. What an absolute joke. There's guys getting deleted in training accidents. There's guys that are still in combat right now, guys. Yes, there are servicemen that are actually out there doing things maybe that we don't know about, whatever, that are actually fighting in combat zones right now. And this dunderhead right here is whining and moaning about the fact that she can't wear a nail polish and she expects some sympathy from us. Clown world, guys, come on. Look at that. Someone says, why is nail polish even a problem or concern? What does it matter? Look at that. Clown world.
In the military, of course we're gonna get stared at when we walk in the defect. We're females in the military, of course our following on Instagram is gonna go up just by going to work. We're females in the military, of course people are gonna say we're barrack bunnies. We're females in the military, of course all the guys in our unit bully us. We're females in the military, of course everyone's gonna think we're sisters just because we hang out all the time. We're females in the military, of course we can never get the door of the Humvees open on our own. We're females in the military, of course we're gonna bring our whole wardrobe on deployment and get made fun of for it. We're females in the military, of course all the men think we're incapable of doing anything on our own. We're females in the military, of course the whole entire base is gonna know who we are. We're females in the military, of course we're always gonna have self-tanner all over our hands and get clowned for it. Females in the military, of course we're always gonna have our nails done and people ask where we got them on deployment. We're females in the military, of course we're always gonna be laughing at everything.
Look at that, guys. One-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, right? Guys, this right here, this is this DEI, affirmative action, go girl foolishness, right, guys? You know? Absolutely insane. Someone says you're females in the military. Of course, you get ran in a train. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Guys, look at that, man. Absolutely insane. Someone says, so we're females in the military. Of course, we're going to use a Chinese app on an American military base. Facts! These fucking broads, dude. What is going on? What is going on, dude? Absolutely insane. Guys, useless, right? All you servicemen, the fact that you guys continue to serve and risk your lives and have to serve with knuckleheads like this, I commend you guys. I really, really do. You know? But alright, you guys. I appreciate you guys. Guys, let me know what you think. If you're in the military, guys, let me know if you have had to deal with any of these 304s. Alright, you guys. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Bye, guys.